Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, is this live? Live. I hope it's live. It says live, so I think it's live. But I'm I'm out this morning. I'm about to go for a usual walk on one of the trails that I frequent by my house. But before I could get out and go for my walk, I felt inclined to tell you guys, to share something with you guys. So I had a dream last night. I dream quite often, and I take the liberty and the time to write my dreams down. And so, of course, this morning I get up as usual and I write my dream down. And um, I've never shared any dreams that I've had publicly, but this is the first time I'm sharing it publicly because I feel inclined to do so. And usually when I dream, I write them down. I call my mom, who is an amazing, powerful dream interpreter. When I say, you know, you know, I don't know, I'm not a religious person, but um, I think it was David who was a dream interpreter in the Bible or I don't remember who it was. And the kings and queens would call on this person and he would come interpret their dreams. My mom is that reincarnated, okay? Powerful and dream interpreter. But I get up, I write my dream down. And my mom actually called early this morning. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Um, and so she calls about 8:30 this morning, and she thought that I had called her. But it was perfect because I got a chance to speak with her and tell her this dream. So anyway, let me cut to it because now I'm rambling on. But um, so in this dream, I titled it The Toll Booth. And I'm sharing this not only because I'm inclined to, but because I feel that there are those of you who are on this journey, like a lot of us are, who are coming into your power, who are calling your power to the forefront, who, this dream is for those of us who have been on this journey to shatter ceilings, who have been on this journey to defy the odds, who are on this journey to break molds, to break rules. Yes, to break rules. Yes, to break rules. Yes, to break rules. To break molds, shatter ceilings, to defy the odds. And those of us who are the alchemists in turning our pain into power, this dream is for you. This dream is for us. So I call it the toll booth. And so in the dream, we're at this. I won't give it to you guys from the very beginning, so I'll just give you the part that I'm inclined to share. There's so many people at this toll booth. I mean, when I say the masses of people, there is a mass of people. There are some that have poured through the toll booth. So when I say toll booth, I mean toll booths, meaning we're on a bridge and there were a number of toll booths across the bridge, like you would be anywhere. And there's, toll booths from one end of the highway to the far end, right? Covering the entire highway. So there were a number of booths. There were a flood of people that were going through the toll booths. And the toll booths were kind of like, were gates, basically, gates from one end to the other. And so there were some people that had already kind of flooded through the toll gates, and there were a whole bunch of other people that were in line going through. They were in several different lines. But here's the kicker: nobody were in cars. Nobody was in cars. Everybody was on foot. And so my mom and I walk up to the toll booth lady, and I'm asking how much is it to come to the toll booth, and she says it's 25 cents, but if you stay longer than 2 hours, it's $1,000. And we were trying to get to the toll booth to make it to a graduation, and so I said $1,000. What kind of toll booth is this where it's $1,000 to stay for over 2 hours? Who? And in the dream we were in California. Okay, in the dream we were in California, but I'm going off. I'm livid that these people are charging people this much to come to the gate through the toll booth. She said, I said, what do you mean? So if I stay over 2 hours, she said, well, if you stay over 2 hours, you'll be bringing me back a lot of cash. And I was livid. And so my mom says, well, what if, she said, well, are all the toll booths the same price? Let's go check with other toll booths. So I asked another woman. So the initial woman that I asked was a white woman, and Then I asked the black woman, and she was in her uniform and had the clipboard in her hand. There was a line of people in front of her. And I say, are all the toll booths the same price? Can we go through another gate? And the woman has kind of like a smirk on her face, like she has an answer, but she couldn't really tell me the answer. Like she had an answer, but wasn't allowed to share this answer, right? And she has a smirk on her face, and she says, well, I can't really, she said, I'm sorry, I have to get back to work. You're gonna have to, figure it out. And so I'm livid, and I'm like, I cannot believe, and so I call somebody on the phone and I say, hey, you guys are already at the graduation? And they say, yeah, we're here, come on, and I'm like, wow, they just got through the gate, no problem, and some other people, but there were tons and tons of people who were going through this gate. And so I'm inclined to share, as I, of course, talked to my mom this morning, and she just interpreted this dream masterfully as she does. She says, this is where we are. And I get tons of dreams that speak to me about where I am personally in my life and where we are as a collective in the world, right, on the planet. And these masses of people represent those of us who are on this planet, on this journey, who are pushing past gates, who are pushing past the rules, who are defying the odds, who are here to rise above it all. And there's a number of us who have seen past the illusions of what has been painted, these pictures that have been painted. There are a number of us who are seeing past and are getting through and are breaking the barriers and are getting to the flip side. I don't know if you guys remember, some time ago I did a video and I called it the flip side. And I said, we know that the pain and the bitterness and the heartbreak and the betrayal and the worries and all that exists. We know that it exists. But there is a flip side to what is existing now. Everything exists and nothing can without its opposite. And so that flip side is the beautiful, beautiful Zion. Marching, 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 marching. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Marching, 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 marching. Beautiful, beautiful Zion. Right? So that is what's coming to me. Beautiful Zion. So there are those of us who have made it to the flip side. We are here at the precipice of the biggest change that is happening in our individual lives, the biggest change that is happening globally for all of us. We are the ones that we are waiting for. Good morning. Is that Kim? We are the ones that we are waiting for. You are not alone. So I'm sharing the dream to let you know that all of those masses of people represent those of us who are here, who are bringing this newness into view. We are creating and being a part of the change that we want to see. We're not waiting for it to happen. We are breaking barriers. We are breaking molds. We are coming through the gateway. So if you are on this journey to defy the odds, to shatter ceilings, to rise from your pain into power, you are not alone. There are those of us here who are walking with you, right? So again, in the dream, we weren't driving through, we were walking through. So there are those of us here who are walking with you guys. We are in this together. And I don't mean that in like, oh, we're in this together and people still going and doing their own thing and still, I mean those of us here who are seriously rising from pain, who are calling our power to the forefront. You are not alone. We are in this together. We have made it to the threshold of the flip side. We are at the gateways, what we would call the gateway to heaven. We are at the gates, you guys. So let's grab our hands and continue to march on to Zion, creating the heaven on earth right here. Not when we die or in the spiritual. I mean right here in these same physical bodies, creating heaven on earth. You are not alone. So I wanted to share that dream.